I've been here all weekend and I've seen some amazing films. Like you've seen in the trailer just then, and I've been crying, I've had goose pimples, my heart's been pounding. Honestly, I didn't even know what's hit me. Like, I think it's almost been better than actually going out and doing stuff. And on that note, there's a film that probably most of you here have already seen, and that's Danny's World Champion run at Chumperoo. So let's just kickstart with that.
This is the danger man to me. This is the guy I think might win it this afternoon. Here he is.
Danny Hart from the UK. Danny has been showboating all week in practice and looking absolutely pinned. Let's see what the absolute legend himself can do this afternoon. Look at the speed of him, Rob. He doesn't pull up on that corner. I'm going to get too excited. Come on, Danny Hart.
Second in time training, some 5 seconds back. Look, he's done
Nicely
it.
through that section.
He's the only guy we've seen go off that vertical long drop. I would not do that in the wet, and I had my money on Danny.
Yes! Danny Hart is 4.6 seconds up.
That is insane. Can he hold it together? He's young, but he has an experienced head on his shoulders, and no matter how loose he gets, he never seems to go down, Nige.
Dude, this is the most talented rider on the mountain here today. He's gonna go for it this afternoon. Let's see what he does on this bottom half of the track. But Danny Hart is on the run of his lifetime. Look at the speed he's going, Rob.
He's been getting better and better all season, and Hart cannot.
Oh God! Danny, stay on your bike! He's dead! He's dead! He's gonna be having an heart attack!
This is insane! Danny Hart is 10 seconds up, and look how composed he is. He is just riding within himself. Feet up!
Look at the skills he's got, Rob. His feet up, knee out. He's pedaling. He does another pull-up. Danny Hart is something else.
He's
Please hold on to your bike, Danny.
He is gonna smash it. He loves these jumps. He's even gonna climb.
Oh my God! Look at Danny Hart. He is an absolute legend.
That was insane. Look at him even cutting that turn there.
That is the most insane bicycle riding I have ever done in my life. Look at the whip.
Look at the whip.
What the hell?
How does Danny Hart sit down with both that big dude?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. How many times have you watched that back?
Quite a few times, it just gets better every time. Even something like this is still great.
Wicked. So the commentary said that you've been showboating all weekend. Like, the commentary on that is fantastic. That's got everybody laughing. It's kind of made a YouTube sensation, but your riding is absolutely flawless, and that obviously is a really important part of that video. So were you just enjoying it? Were you just really confident and loving it?
Yeah, I mean, coming into that race, I had a good race the week before, and I got second the week before to Aaron Gwynn, who was dominated in the past 2 seasons, but didn't dominate that one. So, yeah, I mean, I've been having a good time riding all week. I've been there with my family and girlfriend, and everyone was there, and it was just like old times for me. Like, we used to go to nationals together and everything like that, and we're a really close-knit family, and I was just there in the camper and just having fun all week, riding with friends and just riding like that every run, and it paid off in finals. So.
It paid off, and it certainly looked like you're having a really good time, but there were a few sketchy moments, so just going to go back and have a look at a couple of bits here.
And Hart
Oh God! Danny, stay on your bike!
Alright, so Danny, stay on your bike. Like, were you worried? Were you just... Had you planned on taking your foot out and getting yourself around the corner?
See that, I did that every run, even in the dry.
Yeah.
It was really, where everybody else was going, it was all shiny in the ground, or you couldn't get any grip. And when you went on the inside, it was like fresh mud. So your tyres would hook up in the mud, but they didn't too well. It rained more than anticipated. So, no, I was doing the same line every time, and like, if you watch back, I'm sure I think that's where I crashed. And he just went off the side of the track after. Maybe I was quite close to doing it, but I didn't quite do it. And yeah, it was just, there was a grip on the inside, and I did everything every line I did in the dry, I did in the wet in that room, so. And we hadn't practiced it all in the room, so I was quite impressed with myself when I was riding. This is going quite right. And like there's some bits that you don't see on there that like you get to the middle bit of the track and that's when you can sort of let your hair down. Even when you watch it, you wouldn't think so, but above that, there's some really steep corners and not shortcuts, but like lines where you can cut off corners and stuff like that. And everyone, when I watched back, went to the corner and they didn't do the hard inside line, and I made sure that I did all the harder lines. And like the run, my final practice run on this, whatever morning it was of racing, I had a big crash and I was just thinking about this one little bit, and then once I got past that little section, then I'm not saying I was home and dry, but like I knew that I'd got the hard part of the way and I could let it go and just roll with it sort of thing.
Because that kind of answers my next question, like were you worried at that point or does instinct just kick in? Like, do you have time to feel like, oh my god, that was so pain?
World Champs is like, it's a different race, it's all or nothing, you know, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, so like I say, we didn't practice it all in conditions like that, and I think I was one of the only riders that thought, I'm just going to ride it like it's dry because I know nothing else. And yeah, I think that's what you had to do, and if you let the rain and everything get to you, then you just lose it in your head and then you may as well not even go to race. So I think you just got to relax and just, what can you do? It's raining and just go and race.
Exactly did that. Alright, so the next question is a bit more of an informative one. So if we just have a quick look at the video.
He is just riding within himself. Feet up!
Look at the skills he's got, Rob. His feet up now. He's pedaling. He does another pull-off. Danny Hart is something else.
Right, so just there, I noticed and I saw like on YouTube lots of people commenting on this pull-off. Right, so yeah, lots of, I think a few people here are from a more cross-country background, they don't ride in goggles, so you can explain what that is.
Yeah, there's been a few people that have watched the video and thought, oh, why is he taking his hands off and waving at people? I was not waving, I have like a roll-off system on my goggles, which is, you have a stream on, like a strip on your goggles, which is on a roll, and then when you pull it, it clears your vision. And I prefer to use that instead of using tear-offs, which tear-offs are just like you have 6 or 7 of them, and I just, like I'll go to pull it and I'll pull every one of them off, so I prefer to have roll-offs, like coming from a motocross background as well, like use roll-offs all the time, because you get a lot more use out of roll-offs than you do tear-offs, so yeah, I use tear-offs, roll-offs here because the weather was so bad.
And tear-offs is a bit like littering, isn't it? That's why. That's what worries me about it. I don't know if anyone's invented it biodegradable tear-offs so that stuff come across it, but you would kind of walk down the street tracking bits of plastic and so on. Anyway, so there's that, and then we've got to do this bit too.
He loves these jumps! He's even going to fall! Oh my god!
Alright, so the whip. Everyone talks about the whip. Were you just stabilising yourself? Are you showing off a little bit? Did you know that your girlfriend stood right there?
No, so like, I do that when I'm having fun riding my bike, and when I'm having fun I tend to be going quite fast, so like if you're having fun, just ride how you like to, and I knew I'd had a good race, and I knew I'd done all I could, and maybe it would have been a little bit more time if I hadn't done that, but 11 seconds is enough. And no, like I say, when you're having fun and you're riding well, and it's like when you go out with your friends and you probably ride faster than you ever do when maybe not when you're racing, but when you really put your mind to it. So like, I think riding like that is much better for me.
Cool, wicked. And then one final little bit here. Lots more arms.
On the spot.
I didn't want to embarrass you. Okay, we'll move on. Alright, so next section. We'll come back to like how it feels to win the World Championship. I just want to hear how you actually get to that stage. Tell me a bit more about your upbringing on the bike and stuff.
I've been on two wheels since I can remember, really, whether it be motocross or BMX or anything. My dad has raced motocross. I used to run around and ride around the middle of the track while he's racing, shouting for him to go faster. And my dad's been a big part, obviously a big part of my life forever, and he's pushed me really hard, and people say too hard, but you don't get to where I am now without him pushing me, you know, so it's a lot of my dad, and so no, like my family and everything has all gone into me, and that's pretty, like, I've just been on racing and that's all I know pretty much. I went to school and you have to go to school, you know, and I went to school every day that I could, and the school were good with me. They let me go on Fridays and stuff to go to nationals, and as long as I put my head down when I was at school, so kids out there have to do their work.
And was it always all about downhill?
No, I've come through, like I said, through motocross and BMX racing and cross country, and then it ended up in downhill.
When did you first pick up downhill bike?
When I was 12 or 13, so I look on the internet now, there's kids 8 or 9 doing it, so there's a lot of young ones out there.
So what do you suggest to someone that wants to get their kids riding? Start with a BMX,
Yeah, BMX is a really good place to start, because you get good bike skills and learn how to manhandle the bike, and then, like, I went to cross country just as training for BMX really, and then I did BMX and mountain bike at the same time, and then gradually the BMX just fizzled out. But I think BMX is a really good place for the kids to start and learn how to ride a track, and then put that into mountain bike.
It's got quite a lot of transferable skills.
Yeah, like pumping around, doing the jumps manually, and yeah, it's really good.